I stand before you to ask for the support of this. When this bill left this chamber and went over to the House, it did have a 100,000. It required motorcyclists to carry $100,000 in personal injury protection, better known as PIP. When it got over to the House, they changed it to $20,000, and that's what we see before us here today. The Office of Highway Safety Planning estimates that repealing the state's mandatory helmet law will result in an additional 30 fatalities each year, 127 incapacitating injuries, and $129 million in added economic costs to Michigan citizens. I'm going to repeat, $129 million in added economic costs to Michigan citizens. According to the National Department of Transportation, an unhelmeted motorcyclist is 37% more likely to need, I'm going to repeat that again. According to, and I'm just not making this up, according to the National Department of Transportation, an unhelmeted motorcyclist is 37% more likely to need ambulance service, to be admitted to a hospital, and an inpatient to have, as an inpatient, to have higher hospital costs and need neurosurgery and intensive care, to need rehabilitation, to need permanently impaired, to be permanently impaired, and need long-term care than a motorcyclist who wears a helmet. That's right. This bill comes with a price tag and potentially could come with a toe tag as well. Supporters of repealing our helmet law like to talk about its perspective or positive impact on the economy.
Members, if we could have some quiet, please. Members, if we could have the noise level brought down as the debate ensues. If you would please indulge your colleague and show some respect. Senator Hood, please continue. Thank you, Mr. President.
Supporters of repealing our helmet law like to talk about its positive impact on the economy. But without this amendment, it will put yet another unnecessary and undue burden on Michigan's already strained taxpayers. Currently, motorcyclists do not carry PIP insurance. The cost of their their injuries are borne by the motorist insurance if a car is involved in the accident. If a car is not involved in the accident, the cost of the accident is either left to the motorcyclist's health insurance, or in cases where the motorcyclist is not insured or is covered by state-provided health coverage, as 3.8 million Michiganders are, and then taxpayers are left picking up the tab. So basically what we're saying is, if that person has no health care insurance or no insurance by their employer, and so what happens after that, and then not in sufficient auto coverage insurance, then guess what? We pick that up as costs through the state. So this does carry a cost that could be picked up by the citizens of the state of Michigan, and with $20,000 of coverage, that is really not a lot in closed head injuries or any other injuries of the sort. So raising this to $100,000 is still not enough, but it does pick up some where it is left off. So with that, Mr. President, I ask that we adopt this amendment, and to make sure that we have some more coverage and all of it does not fall onto the back of the citizens of the state of Michigan. I also want to say, knowing the organizations that are involved in supporting this legislation, we've always had a great relationship and having great dialogue between the two, and they know where I stand on this legislation. They know where I've always stand, and it's not that I'm totally against this, because I like to have my hair blowing in the wind as well, but we just want to make sure that the citizens don't get put in the trick bag for this. So thank you, Mr. President, and I ask for support for this amendment.